Wanted to make a quick video about the fuel restrict gauge in the new Kenworth. I ran into a problem with mine. It started jumping up to like 89%. And I had a pretty good idea that that meant my fuel filters were starting to plug up, but I wasn't 100% sure. I looked online, didn't see much about it. So I called my shop mechanic and he said that that was probably the issue and that I should probably not overlook it and I should get in and get my fuel filters changed. Stopped at 3 different places. They didn't have the fuel filters for it, so I decided to just go ahead and wing it and get on home with it. So I will say, with it being at 89%, I put 750 miles on it and got back and still didn't have a problem with it. And I've noticed since then, if I'm in warmer weather, say it'll run 7%, right? But if I get into colder weather, it'll jump right up to 60, 70%. And then I go right back into the warmer weather, it jumps right back down. So I don't really think it's an issue of panicking about getting your fuel filters replaced. I think it's just really sensitive gauges. On that note, with this new digital dashboard in this Kenworth, this 2022 Kenworth that I have, I only have 25,000 miles on it, I believe. I don't even know if I have that much on it. And I've had all kinds of issues with that dash. The fuel gauge doesn't work correctly. I have to go by mileage for my fuel. The other night I was coming back and it just stopped working completely. I mean, it was still on, but everything was froze. So I had to run my speedometer by my GPS, to get to the next truck stop. And then once I woke up in the morning and restarted the truck, then everything was working all right. Now I will say we did run into an issue with the fuel filters because I asked the shop to throw an extra set in there in case I ran into an issue later on, and they said the dealership would only give them a few sets even though they have several of these trucks because there's a shortage of those fuel filters, partially due to COVID, partially due with the truck being so new, and partially because there's no aftermarket fuel filter for that truck at this point, for what I'm told. So if you're having an issue with it, I wouldn't sweat it too much, especially if you're in a cold environment.